Cairo does not sleep. It dreams in dust and neon, in prayers and sirens, in stories that never admit the truth. Ahmed lives under the sky, a poor young man in an old neighborhood, counting coins, counting hours, counting ways out. His father died early. His mother sews late, stitching the night to the morning so the rent will hold another day. He works wherever work will have him. Day hours, night hours, and the hours between. One night, the desert held its breath, and the city looked the other way. The old man had eyes like vault doors. They never opened all the way. He waited for Ahmed to sit. Then the first key turned.
Would you like to become rich?
Temptation does not knock. It pulls up a chair. He spoke of an abandoned house, a floor that swallowed its owner, and whispers of a curse no one dared to name. Under the boards, a shaft. Beneath the shaft, a tomb. Beneath the tomb, a secret that paid in gold or blood. Ahmed said nothing. He followed the old man's shadow toward the desert edge, where history keeps its teeth. The house waited empty, its silence thicker than the dust that sealed its doors. They dug at night, spades and whispers, sweat and superstition. The earth exhaled, and the past came up cold. They descended into a throat of stone, each rung swallowing another second of courage. In the deep, a door of silence guarded by hieroglyphs like coiled snakes. The words read, "He who awakens the sleeper, awakens his shadow." They chose to wake the sleeper anyway. Need is louder than warnings. Gold does not glitter in the dark. It burns, and their eyes burned with it. He stood there, stone and silence, the forgotten king, taller than fear, treasure like a fever, plans like smoke, oaths whispered that would not keep. Ahmed felt the room tilt, as if the statue's gaze had weight. Something ancient stirred, or maybe it only listened. Then the earth remembered its hunger. One of them fell. His shout ended before it could find a wall. The stairs withdrew. The chamber sealed its breath. The ground trembled, and fear learned their names. They looked away. When they looked back, the king was closer. Stone does not move unless you do not watch it. Space collapsed between breaths. Silence learned to creep. Ahmed found a second line in the stone, a smaller mouth hiding in the wall. The words read, "Salvation belongs not to the richest, but to the wisest." He chose a path no wider than courage. Two followed. One stayed to count coins. The tunnel closed in like a throat swallowing a secret. The door decided. The scream flattened against rock, then ended. By morning, the house was gone. The ground lay flat, as if it had never learned to keep a secret. Nobody believed the story. The dust had already chosen silence. Months later, wealth came like a tide that forgets where it started. He moved his mother into light and quiet, away from rooftop winds. A business blossomed. Doors opened. Rumors traveled faster. They said he sold the past to buy his future. Then the sound returned. The voice of stone dragged into the present. At his threshold waited a memory, a perfect, smaller echo of the forgotten Pharaoh. Stone does not follow you home unless it already knows the way. The cameras learned to see two of him. One man, one shadow that did not belong. In photographs, a figure waited in reflections, patient as time. Sleep thinned, rooms lengthened. The rich learn a different kind of poverty. A year is a long corridor. Shadows learn the route. Then one night, Ahmed stepped out of his life and did not return. The city wrote his name in sand. The wind signed it. Rooms remember. They just don't tell. Some stories do not end. They turn the page back to the beginning. The old man waited where the thread first looped. Different face, same hunger.
Would you like to become rich?
The desert listens. It never promises. It only keeps accounts. Somewhere, a shadow waits for a name to follow home. Beneath the sand, the sleeper does not sleep. He measures us. And when we look away, he steps closer.